everybody, I'm back here at Clutch Clips, and today I'm doing something a little different. I'm going to try something new, and it's going to be doing a story time for you guys while you guys watch my gameplay in the background. So I've never done one of these, and I know a lot of people have, so it's kind of like cheating or whatever, but I mean, it's okay. And I really had this crazy story the other day, and I just really wanted to tell people because it was kind of funny, it was kind of crazy, and it was kind of dangerous, so I just thought, why not make a video about it. And right now, on my official Twitter, which I'll put the link in the description below, I'm running a poll to see what kind of series I should start with you guys, and the options are either a storytime series like this, which it could be, this one could be a one-hit wonder or whatever, or I could start doing these like every Sunday, or I could do like start doing top 3s, top 5s, top 10s, stuff like that for you guys on whatever topics you send me on Twitter. But make sure you go check it out, make sure you go vote for me, it'll help a lot. And yeah, whatever wins, I think it's set for 2 days, whatever wins I'll just do every Sunday, so it'll be like a weekly thing. So yeah, so let's get right into this. So the other day, I was feeling a little adventurous and, you know, texting this chick. Now she was a hoe, not gonna lie. You know, she wasn't the tightest headband of the bunch, if you get what I mean. If you know what I'm saying, guys. Fellas, you know what I mean. Anyway, so I was like just hitting her up, you know, just talking a little bit, and then she was like, why don't you come pick me up, we can do a little something something, I can do a little something something while you're driving, you guys get the drift, you know. And I was like, well, my schedule's free, why not? And I was like, I don't know, like this chick don't even go to my school, like I don't know where she lived, I don't know anything much about it. I just met her on she added me on Facebook, and I was like, alright, so she hit me up first, but she said she lived not too far from here and she paid for gas money, so I was like, alright, gas money, you know, little road action, it sounded like a good deal for me. So like I said, I've never been here, so she had to send me her address and I had to Google Maps that crap. And I knew her cousin, but I didn't know it at the time. So it was like kind of like one of them blind things. Like I've talked to her a few times before we met. We've met in public. I think I saw her at the mall one time, and I think I saw her like the movie theater or something. And we talked before, and she's pretty chill. So I was like, why not? Like she wasn't like a complete stranger, so mind that. So anyway, so I threw her address back in there, did that Google Maps. I started heading on my way. And this is probably like, I don't know, I'd say like evening time-ish. Like it wasn't dark out, but I mean it was getting dark in like an hour or whatnot. And I had some gas and everything, so I was good. And my friend was with me too, because we were hanging out that day, and I was gonna drop him off at his house. While me and her, you know, go out there, and then I was gonna go pick him back up, whatever. I mean, he out here not talking like me, which is great. So anyway, so I had him, and he was like, I was like, why don't you help me find the house first? And he was like, alright, because it wasn't too far from his house. So he said he knew the road and everything, so he could help me find it by the general description that she gave us, you know, like the color and everything. So we hop in the car, and we're cruising, and we found a house that matched the description. And he was like, I think that's it. And I was like, okay, that's pretty sweet. And he was like, yeah. So we slow down, and there's this older gentleman outside, and he's pretty tall. He got like the beard going on. He got a beard and everything. He looked like the stereotypical redneck, if you will. And I was like, this might be it, this might not be. And I hit her up, and she was like, yeah, that's it. So I was like, alright. She was like, that's my grandfather. He's a little on the you know, stricter side of things, the old-fashioned way about life and stuff. So she was like, just wait till he goes around back to mow the grass or whatever, and I'll come out with you guys. And she was like, my mom said it was cool and everything, but she just said just wait till he goes around back, so he didn't throw a fit or anything. I was like, okay, whatever. I was like, people can be strict, I understand that, whatever. So we just did another loop, which wasn't a big deal. We just took like 5-10 minutes, and then she said the coast was clear, and I was like, alright. So then we went there again, and she was out there, and then she was like, hold on, I forgot my bag. Oh, as she goes back in to get her bag, which I don't know why she needed it in the first place. It didn't seem like a necessary thing for the activities that were going to be going down. And by the way, this chick was pretty smoking. Like she was a solid 8.5 out of 10. Not gonna lie. Or else I probably wouldn't have went through the trouble of this. Plus she was paying me for gas money. And I mean, who doesn't like free gas money? So anyway, so she goes back in there, and we're sitting in the driveway, and everything's cool. Then this old guy comes around in front again, and my heart just stopped for a little bit. I was like, yo, I don't know about this, man. And my friend, he was like, well, maybe we should just leave and come back again when he's not here. So we just pulled out, and then he just looked at us and stared us dead down, like death staring off. Just stared us down while we left the drive, and I was like, yeah, I'm getting a bad feeling about this. He's like, it'll be fine, man. He's like, you go do you, I'll go do me, and then we can meet up later and hang out. I was like, all right. If you think it's gonna go well, it's gonna go well. So we drive, and I took him back to his house, and then I was like, I'm just gonna go hit her up, and she was like, sorry about that, I'm ready now, blah blah blah. I was like, alright, cool. I dropped my friend off, and she was like, even better. So she says, come now. And I was like, okay. So I drive there again. Now this time, it was getting dark. It was dark out, so I had my headlights on and everything. So I mean, it was already way out in the middle of BFE. So I mean, I wasn't too thrilled about it because I don't like driving places I don't know that well at night. But whatever. It was like, you know what I had on my mind, so it was all Gucci. And so I come up to the house, you know, slow down everything, and she's sitting in the driveway and she's waving, so I go over to her, and all of a sudden that old guy is sitting by a big pickup truck, and he sees me slow down, and I just was like, oh no, and I started sweating. Then all of a sudden he starts screaming, and I mean yelling, like I had music on. I don't even remember what song it was, but I had music blaring and my windows up because it was cold. I had the heat on. And he starts, get out of the car, come over here, pull over, get out of the car. And I was like, so of course, me being the adventurous SOB I am, I just sped off, and I was like, nope, that's burnt. I was like, it's not worth it. Some old guys just sitting there yelling at me. I was like, she's not even that, you know, tight, if you will. So I was like, it's whatever, I'll just go back with my friend and we can go get some Burger King or something. You know, I love me my Bacon King sandwich. Anyway, so, and my Cheeto chicken fries. But that's a story for another. Anyway, so we're sitting there, and I just speed off, and I go down the road a little bit, and I seen this little church and it had a big parking lot, so I pulled over. And I was still, like, a little on edge, if you will. I was like, I don't even know, I was just nervous and sweaty. You know, I had that, I had the energy flowing and stuff like that, and I was just a little I was all worked up for nothing. So I just was like, alright, I slowed down here at like the red light right outside the church. There was a decent amount of cars coming back and forth, so like, and I was like, it was dark out, I was like, he didn't see my car or anything, so we're good, and I didn't think he'd follow me. So I was sitting there, and I just looked down at my phone, I started texting my friend. I was like, yeah, it's a bust, I'm coming back to the house, pick you up, we're gonna go get food, grab some money and stuff. He was like, alright. So I went to pick a song, I hear this big noise, I look up, this mother trucker pulls his big black jacked up F-150 up and parks it right in front of my little car. Now, I don't know if you guys know this, but I have a Dodge Neon, so it's not like the biggest car. I mean, it gets the job done, whatever, but it's not like the biggest car. He parks his truck right in front of mine. Oh, in a way, in front of like the road, like where I was parked at the stop sign. He parked right in front of me, like diagonally, so there's no way I could get out that way. And gets out of his car, I crap you not, with a baseball bat, hits it off the pavement and starts yelling, get out of that car, come over here and fight me, blah, blah. And like, just starts screaming and cursing at me and all that. And I'm like, I did not know what to do. I was scared for my life. So he comes up to the side of my car, and I threw my freaking Neon in reverse. I ripped her back there, and I looked around, and the only way getting out of there on the road was where his truck was. And I sure as hell ain't hitting his truck. I mean, not when he's chasing me with a baseball bat. So I just sped right through the grass, almost hook out a sign and a mailbox, and I could get back on the road, and I just start flooring it. And I hear him still yelling at me in the distance, and I'm like, alright, just keep your cool, you're alright, you're good. And then all of a sudden, I hear this noise. He's revving his diesel behind me. He is flooring it. I'm talking pedal to the metal. He is giving it everything his truck has, and he's catching up with me. And at this point, I don't know what to do because I've never been in a car chase before. I mean, it took me a long time to get my license, and I'll do that another day. That'll be another story time. But so I haven't had it for a while now, and I'm 18 years old. So I'm fairly new to this whole driving thing, and I've never done anything like this at all. So he's right on my butt, and it's dark out, and I'm driving like easily 115 on a road I don't very well know. And then all of a sudden, he comes up beside me. He gains momentum, comes up beside me, and starts pushing my vehicle off the road. He was nudging my vehicle, and there is damage done. I have it. I have pictures and everything, and I was gonna show it to the insurance and everything, and I still might. I don't know yet, because it's nothing terrible, but it's you can notice the scratches in the dents. So, but my car to begin with isn't like something brand new or fancy or anything. It was just like an older car that I bought. But so I'm freaking out. His truck's gaining on my little car, pushing it over to the side. I'm hitting my right side 2 tires are hitting freaking dirt and spitting up and hitting weeds and stuff. Like I didn't hit anything crazy, but it was getting there, and I was freaking out. So then finally I get ahead of him, and I see a car up ahead. So of course I just no turn signal, no nothing, just flew right around him, past him, right on the road. Very illegal, yes I know, but don't judge me. So after I did that, I was like, he'll slow down now, he's not going to do anything else. I mean, that wasn't the most legal thing to do, but he'll chill out. But nope, he follows me and passes the guy too. So at this point, I was like, alright, this is probably it. I was like saying my prayers. I was like, God, blah, blah, blah. I was getting ready to text my friend and be like, my YouTube password is this. Please just continue the channel. And all that crazy stuff. I was ready, honestly. And like my heart was beating, I was sweating, and I had the heat down, and I put the window, or I had the heat off, and I had the windows down, and I was sweating. So out of nowhere, I see another car, and now I'm going through a little town at this point, and I'm hitting 130, and my car redlines at like, I don't even know, but it was, I thought we were going to overheat it. So I'm flying, and I see this little town coming up that I went through to get there. So after this, I knew that I was near my friend's house. So there was one problem. There was this big turn up ahead that was real sharp, and there was no way in hell I was slowing down. So I slammed the brakes on and turned at the very last second, and I kid you not, it was the scariest drift I've ever done in my life. I slid to the side of the road, and I thought I was going to flip my car. I thought I was going to flip it, and I knew if I did, he was going to be there to just, I don't even know what. I really just don't know. So I was like, this is it, I'm donezo, I can't handle this. And then somehow I miraculously didn't flip the car, and I kept going, and then I saw another car right in the middle of this town, and like the speed limit's like 25, and I'm hitting 130. So I passed this car the same way illegally, obviously, and I look back, and he's got stuck behind another car that was pulling out that I like drove out in front of. So I was just sitting, I was praying, I was like, thank you so much, God, for just letting that car pull out in front of him. So I throw it to my friend's house, and it wasn't too far from there, so I was like, I knew I had to do something fast. So I jump out of my car without it being in park, and like, I don't even know how I landed, but I hurt myself. I kind of like hit there, and I just like, I didn't really roll, I just kind of flopped. I was like PhD flop, if you will. And my car just like, it wasn't going super fast because I did break it before I jumped out, but I threw the door shut, and it smacked into my friend's picnic table and made it like kind of a crash. And I was like, oh, well, what the heck. But I shut the door when I jumped out, so the lights went out real fast, and I already had the headlights out. So I'm sitting there on the ground, and then I get up and go to my friend's door, and I'm knocking and knocking and knocking, but it was locked. And I was like, what the heck? And I didn't know what to do. So I'm just start like freaking out. So I start calling him, and then all of a sudden I hear the roar of this guy's truck. And my friend's house, my friend's house is like right alongside the main road where I was getting chased by. So I was like, oh my gosh, he's gonna see me. My car's out, and it hit the picnic table, so that's not what I was worried. I was just worried about him spotting me, even though it was dark out. So he slows down, because it was like it's like a development kind of thing where my friend lives. So he slows down, and I hide on the side of the house, and he gets a spotlight out and starts spotlighting on the side, or into this development from the side of the road, until a car came up behind him, and then he drove away. And at this point, my friend was like, what's wrong? I was eating, and I was like, just let me in. And he said, okay. So he unlocked the door, and before I went, I threw up everywhere. I just threw up all over his porch, and I threw up in the grass, and I just kept throwing up for about 3 minutes. And finally, after I was done, I went inside, and his gram was like, what is going on? And I was just like, oh, I just got a little sick on the way here, because obviously I wasn't going to tell her what was going on. So then he was like real confused. So I went in and told him everything in the bedroom, and he just did not believe any of it. But then after he could see how I was shaking, how much I threw up, and the dents on my car and stuff, he believed me. So then he was like, we should go to the police. So I thought about going to the police, but I just wasn't sure about it, you know, because I don't know, like, I don't know, I feel like I can maybe get in trouble just because I don't know, I was just real worried. So I was like, let's not go to the police right away. But then I went with him, and I went to get some food just so I can calm down, and he drove me up there, and we were just talking and stuff like that, and all of a sudden I get a text from this girl I'm friends with, and she asked me, she was like, were you up at my pap's house today? I was like, what? Like, no. And I was like, no, why? And she was like, because my pap said that he had to run some kid out of town for stalking my cousin. And I was like, wait a minute, what? I was like, bitch, what? Bish, what? And she explains that he said that the girl I was texting, you know, who's gonna do me the favor, told him that I was stalking her with my friend and that I was planning to rape her. And I immediately texted back with all the messages and proved the point. And in the messages, it didn't even say she was going to do me a favor. She just wanted to hang out with me and my friend. And I showed her that. So she was like, hold on. And she got her pap on the phone. And he was like, what? No way. She wouldn't lie to me. And I could hear what he was saying because she was using like the house phone while I was on the cell phone. And he would just not believe it. So then she sent him the messages. And then he asked the girl who I was talking to, and she said that I photoshopped them. And I was like, bitch, I do not know how to Photoshop. But in the end, she did. He did end up believing me somehow, thank God. And I didn't go to the police or anything, or the insurance. I still might go to the insurance though, because my car is pretty banged up. But she's getting sent away to some special school now, because this is like her third or fourth time doing this, which is crazy, because you can ruin people's lives like this. And I don't know what's gonna happen to him, because I haven't gone to the police, but I'm thinking about it, because the way he handled it was super immature, and the way that he had me scared like that, like, you can't do that to him. You cannot chase someone down and run them off the road. Even if I was stalking her, you can't do what he did. But all in all, it was pretty terrifying, I'm not gonna lie. It may be one of the scariest things I've ever had to deal with. And she was like, my friend was like super sorry, and she just kept apologizing and everything, but like, it doesn't matter. The stress and the adrenaline that was running through me that night, like, I couldn't do anything. Like, I tried to eat, and I ended up throwing that up too. And like I said, I threw up all my friend's house, and it was so scary. Like, I did not sleep at all that night, and I didn't go to school the next day either. I just had to take a second and breathe. Even when I knew that it was taken care of and he's apologizing and stuff, it still didn't matter. I was scared. And like that entire couple days, every time I saw a black truck or heard one, it just freaked me out for a minute. And like, I will not go anywhere near that part of the like the county. I just will stay away from it. I'm not a fan. But yeah, so that was my story time. It happened a couple days ago, and I thought I would share it with you guys. Like I said, this is something new. Make sure to go check out my Twitter. I'm getting a little worked up just thinking about it. Make sure you go check out my Twitter and take part in the poll that I have posted up there to tell me what kind of video or what kind of series you want me to start. Make sure you give this video a like and comment if you enjoy this type of thing, and if I should do more story times. And feel free to ask me questions for other videos for me to make like this if you enjoyed this. Also, I'm doing a giveaway on November 21st. I'm going to be giving away a limited edition pair of the Quick Revive Control Freaks for Xbox One. It's free and easy to enter. All you have to do is watch the one video that I have posted for it. I'll leave a link in the description for that as well. All you have to do is go to that and comment banana pancakes, and make sure you get entered in that, because who doesn't like a free pair of that? I'm also giving away posters for various games and other things. So yeah, that was my story time, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, because it definitely scarred me emotionally, and I haven't fully recovered yet. So like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.